This is also a very important chapter from the examination point of view. So the total weightage is 39 marks, where you will get 1 mark 3 questions, 6 marks 2 questions and 12 marks 2 questions. So that analyzing as well as reading the question paper is very important in that 15 minutes, where you are getting ready for yourself to write the answer and which one to attempt. Normally the cash book shows a debit balance, passbook shows dash balance. So your answer is credit balance. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, today we shall discuss Model Question Paper 2023-24, and this is of first PUC Accountancy. So I have divided this Model Question Paper into 3 sessions, Session 1, Session 2 and Session 3. So in today's session, let us see what we are going to discuss. So let us see the question paper pattern. So this is our first PUC Accountancy question paper pattern. So your whole question paper will be divided into 4 parts or 4 sections, that is A, B, C and D. So your section A will be of 1 mark questions, where they'll ask you 20 questions, out of which you are going to answer all the 20 questions. It is compulsory without any options, where you will be having under first main you will be having your multiple choice question, second main you will have fill in the blanks, third main you will have match the following, fourth main you will have 1 word or 1 sentence question, where all the 20 questions are compulsory without any option, so that you can get 20 marks under section A. So hope you are clear about section A. Now coming to section B, it is 2 marks questions, where they'll ask you how many questions? 5 questions, out of which you are going to answer only 3. So here you will have an option, so you can be in a safer side. But in section A, no option. You have to compulsorily attend all the 20 questions to get your 20 marks. Section B, out of, that is your 2 marks question, out of 5 questions, you are going to answer only 3, so that you can get 6 marks under section B. Now coming to section C, these are 6 marks questions, where they'll ask you 5 questions, out of which you are going to answer only 3. So out of 5 questions, you are going to answer 3 questions, so that you can get 18 marks. Now coming to your last section, that is section D, 12 marks questions, where they'll ask you 6 questions, out of which you are going to answer only 3 questions. So out of 6 questions, you are going to answer 3, so that you can get 36 marks from section D. So this time, as per the new question paper pattern, so you will not have practical oriented questions, that is POQ questions are not there. So your question paper pattern will be like this, and you are going to write the exam for 80 marks, not for 100 marks. You are going to write the exam, external exam for 80 marks. 20 marks will be your internals. Okay, so hope you are clear about it. And the internal marks will be based on your quarterly test as well as midterm examination, as well as the assignment which is provided by the board. So that has to be submitted to your respective college, so that you can get 20 marks. Remaining 80 marks, you are going to write the external exam. Okay, so total number of questions in your question paper will be how much? 36. So that is, you are going to answer how many questions? 29 questions. So your total marks will be 80 here. So hope you are clear about the question paper pattern. Now moving on to the blueprint. So let us see the blueprint of your accountancy syllabus chapter wise. Okay, so chapter wise weightage of mark as well as typology of questions 2023-24, and subject code for accountancy is 30. So you have to remember, so the subject code for accountancy is 30, and this is first PUC. So we are going to discuss about first PUC syllabus, that is chapter wise weightage of marks. Now, there are 2 books in your accountancy, that is book 1 as well as book 2. Now, from your book 1, these are the chapters we have. There are 6 chapters. Okay, so your chapter 1 is Introduction to Accounting. So the total weightage of this chapter is 4 marks, where this is normally normally a small chapter where you are going to learn the basic theory of accounting. So it is a theory chapter. So the weightage is 4 marks, where you can get, that is two questions of 1 mark as well as 1 question of 2 marks. There is no 6 marks question, there is no 12 marks question. So hope you are clear about first chapter, that is Introduction to Accounting. Next, coming to your second chapter, this is also a theory chapter, Theory Base of Accounting. This is also a theory chapter where the total weightage is 4 marks and you will have 1 mark 2 questions and 2 marks 1 questions. So hope you are clear about chapter 2. Now coming to chapter 3. So from here you will be having your practical problems. So you will have problems here. Your third chapter is Recording of Transactions 1. So the total weightage of this chapter is 20 marks. So you can see the weightage here. So you have to give more importance because the weightage of this chapter is 20 marks, where you will get 2 questions of 1 mark, then 6 marks 1 question, 12 marks 1 question. So overall it is 20 marks. Now coming to your fourth chapter, Recording of Transactions 2. Okay, so this is also a very important chapter from the examination point of view. So the total weightage is 39 marks, where you will get 1 mark 3 questions, 6 marks 2 questions and 12 marks 2 questions. So the expected questions for 12 marks here is, you will have a problem on journal entries, that is under Recording of Transactions 1, and 6 marks problem here will be your accounting equation problem or classification of accounts into this assets, liabilities, capital, revenue as well as expenses. So those classifications will be there. Once again I'll repeat, under Recording of Transactions 1, your 6 marks 1 question. So it will be either classification of accounts into assets, liabilities, capital, revenue or expenses, and or one more question will be on accounting equation, and the 12 marks 1 question will be on journal entries. Now coming to your Recording of Transactions 2, there are 2 questions which they'll ask from your 6 marks. So you might get a question on purchases book, to prepare a purchases book, or to prepare sales book, or to prepare simple cash book, and 1 problem might you get, or you may get on petty cash book. Okay, now coming to your 12 marks, 100% you will have a problem on double column cash book. The other one is relevant subsidiary books, where you have to prepare purchase book, purchase return, sales book and sales return, as well as your journal proper. So hope you are clear about it. Now coming to your 5th chapter, Bank Reconciliation Statement. Once again a very interesting chapter here. So the total weightage is 16 marks. So the total weightage of this chapter is 16 marks, where you will get 1 mark 2 questions, 2 mark 1 questions as well as 12 mark 1 questions. Now for 12 marks, 100% you will get a problem on Bank Reconciliation Statement, where they'll ask a question to prepare Bank Reconciliation Statement, where bank balance as per cash book might be given, bank balance as per passbook might be given, or overdraft balance may also they ask for 12 marks. Now coming to your last chapter under book 1, Trial Balance and Rectification of Errors. So the weightage of this chapter is 8 marks, where they'll ask you 1 mark 2 questions as well as 6 marks 1 question. Now which is the question they might ask you for 6 marks? So you might get a question on trial balance or a problem on rectification of errors. So hope you are clear with this, the total weightage of each and every chapter, and what are the problems they might ask you for 6 as well as 12 mark based on chapter wise. So if you see the whole part 1 book, so the total weightage, total marks is 91 marks. They'll ask from this book, as well as you will have 1 mark 13 questions, 2 marks 3 questions, 6 marks 4 questions, 12 marks 4 questions. So hope you are clear about book 1. Now coming to book 2, there were many chapters, but for the current syllabus, they have deleted few of the chapters. Now you are having only 3 chapters under book 2. So your first chapter is Depreciation, Provisions and Reserves. Okay, so this is from this book, where the total weightage is how much? 14 marks. So the total weightage of this chapter is 14 marks, where they'll ask you 1 mark 2 questions as well as 12 mark 1 questions. So 100% you will have a problem on depreciation for 12 marks. Now coming to your second chapter, Financial Statement 1. Okay, so this is also a basic chapter where you're going to learn about financial statement. So the total weightage is 10 marks, where they'll ask you 1 mark 2 questions, 2 mark 1 question, 6 marks 1 question. Now for 6 marks, they might ask you a problem on preparation of trading account or profit and loss account, or balance sheet might be asked, or calculation of cost of goods sold. So such type of problem will be there for 6 marks. Now coming to your third chapter, that is financial statement 2, that is under book 2, where financial statement 2, so the total weightage is 17 marks, where you will have 1 mark 3 questions, 2 marks 1 question, as well as 12 mark 1 question, where a 12 marks problem will be asked on final accounts, where you have to prepare trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Now if you see the full weightage of your part 2. So the total of part 2, that is the total weightage is 41 marks, where you will have 1 mark 7 questions, 2 mark 2 questions, 6 marks 1 question and 12 marks 2 question. So overall you will have 132. Your whole question paper will be for 132 marks, where from section A, you will have 20 questions, section B 5 questions, section C 5 questions, and under section D 6 questions. So you are going to answer only for 80 marks. So the whole question paper will be for 80 marks. That is, if they ask particularly, so when it is option, it is for 132 marks. So the whole question paper will be for 132 marks, where you are going to write for 80 marks. So it doesn't mean that you have to exactly write only for 80 marks. So if you have sufficient time, you can attempt the extra questions also. Okay, so that I'll tell why it is an advantage for you when you attempt an extra question. So hope you are clear about the question paper pattern. Now let us see the model question paper. So this is how the model question paper have been released from the board. Now they have given first year PUC Accountancy. I have told you the subject code of Accountancy is 3030. Then the whole paper will be for 3 hours 15 minutes, which means that 3 hours completely you are going to solve the paper. You are going to solve the accountancy paper, and first 15 minutes will be given for you to read the question paper properly. So utilize that time properly and analyze that, as well as you have to get it ready in that 15 minutes, which problem you have to solve there. So whether I am in a condition to solve that problem or not. So that analyzing as well as reading the question paper is very important in that 15 minutes, where you are getting ready for yourself to write the answer and which one to attempt, which question to attempt, so that I can completely solve the problem. So that 15 minutes you have to read the question paper carefully. And total number of questions will be 32 questions what they will ask, and the maximum marks is 80 marks. So your whole question paper will be for 80 marks. Now let us see what are the instructions they have given. The question paper contains 4 parts, A, B, C and D. That's what I told you. The whole question paper will be divided into 4 parts, that is section A, B, C and D. Part A or section A contains 4 sections, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Your first section will be on multiple choice question, where 5 questions will be asked. Second will be your 5 fill in the blanks they'll ask. Third, match the following. 5 match the following they'll ask. Fourth is, they'll ask you 5 questions where you have to answer in 1 word or 1 sentence. So hope you are clear about section A. Section B is of 2 marks question, where they'll ask you 5 questions, out of which you are going to answer 3. Next, section C, they'll ask you 5 questions of 6 marks, where you are going to answer only 3. Under section D, they'll ask you 6 questions of 12 marks, where you are going to answer 3 questions. So hope you are clear about it. The second one is provide working notes wherever necessary. Of course, in accounting or in the accounting paper, it's very important to show the working notes wherever it is necessary. You can't directly write the answer. You have to show the working note. Next is 15 minutes extra has been allotted for the candidates to read the questions. I have told you, make best utilization of that 15 minutes where you read and get ready to answer the questions. Next, fourth is figures in the right hand margin indicate the full marks. So in the right hand margin of your question paper, they'll put the marks, which means that for that particular section, what is the marks allotted. So hope you are clear with the instructions which is given from the board. Now, coming to section A, let us start the question paper. Coming to section A, your first main is choose the correct answer from the choices given. So these are all multiple choice questions where they'll ask you 5 questions which carries 1 mark each. 5 into 1 is equal to 5. So the first question was accounting records transaction in terms of option A selling units, B monetary units, C production units, D measuring units. So your answer is what? Option B, monetary units. Always remember, while writing the multiple choice question, you have to write the option and write the answer. So here it is monetary units. So this is how you have to write the option and write the answer. Now coming to the second question, how many sides does an account have? Your option is option A 1, B 2, 3 C, C3, D 4. So your answer is option B, 2 sides. We have debit side and credit side. Next is 3. Passbook is a copy of. This is a question from bank reconciliation statement. Passbook is a copy of option A, copy of customer account, bank column of cash book, cash column of cash book, bank of receipts and payment. So your answer is option A, copy of customer account. Next, fourth question, if wages paid for installation of new machinery is debited to wages account, it is what type of error they are asking? An error of commission, an error of principal, a compensating error, an error of omission. So your answer is option B, an error of principal. Next, fifth question, if the opening capital is 50,000 as on April 1st, 2022 and additional capital introduced 10,000 on January 1st, 2023. Interest charge on capital is 10% per annum. The amount of interest on capital shown in the profit and loss account as on March 31st, 2023 will be. Now for this you need to calculate. Now what they are telling is, so what was the opening capital? So opening capital is 50,000. So you have to calculate the rate of interest and write in the profit and loss account. Correct? So they are telling that how much amount you will show in your profit and loss account. So 50,000, and what is the capital? That is percentage of interest, that is 10%. So 10 divided by 100. So it will be rupees 5,000. Correct? So this is opening capital. Again we have additional capital. So this also you have to take into consideration. Additional capital was 10,000 which was introduced on January 1st, 2023. So what is the year ending they have told? March 31st, 2023. January 1st in the sense January, February, March for 3 months. Correct? So 10,000 into 10 divided by 100 into 3 divided by 12. 3 months. So it will be how much? Rupees 250. Now you have to add 5,000 plus 250. So you are going to calculate on opening capital interest which is there for the full year and additional capital which was introduced in between, that is in the month of January. So from January to March it is only 3 months. So where you will get 250. So 5,000 plus 250. So your answer is how much? Option C, 5,250. So once you calculate, you will get the exact answer. So your answer is option C, 5,250. So these were all multiple choice questions. Now let us see the Roman number 2. Let us fill in the blanks by choosing the appropriate answers from those given in the brackets. So they have given certain answers in the bracket where you have to fill this here in the fill in the blanks. Okay. So we have credit, debit, capital, prepaid expenses, petty cash book, double column cash book. Now let's see the answer. So sixth question, assets is equal to liability plus. So your answer is what? Capital. So your answer is capital. Seventh one is cash book maintained to record small expenses, in which we are going to maintain the small expenses. That is petty cash book. Next, eighth one, normally the cash book shows a debit balance, passbook shows dash balance. So your answer is credit balance. From here you have to take the answer and you have to match here in the fill in the blanks. Next, ninth one, asset account balances are always dash balance, debit balance. 10th one, the expenses paid which is related to the next year are called as what? prepaid expenses. So for the next year, you have already paid that. So what it is called as prepaid expenses. So hope you are clear about all the 10 questions. 5 was multiple choice, 5 was fill in the blank. Next, your third main match the following, where 11th question they have asked, that is your match the following, which carries 5 marks. Now you have to match your assets. So what would be the right answer for this? If you see your B part, so your first answer is economic resource of an enterprise. Next, basis of accounting, so your answer will be cash basis. Contra entry, under where we are going to record contra entry? Double column cash book. Next, wear and tear of an asset. So what it is called as? Depreciation. Fourth one. Next is purchase of fixed asset. So it is what? Capital expenditure. So no need to write like this. So you will write the solution like this. So I'll write part A as well as, so it would be better so that your evaluator doesn't get confused. So I'll write like this. You'll write part A. Respective answers you will write like this. Along with the options, you'll write the respective answers. Assets, economic resource of an enterprise, basis of accounting cash basis, contra entry double column cash book, wear and tear of the asset depreciation, purchase of fixed asset enterprise, that is capital expenditure. So hope you are clear with match the following, where you can easily get 5 marks here. Now coming to your fourth main, where you have to answer in a word or a sentence. So answer the following question in one word or one sentence each. So your 12th question was expand CGST. When they ask the abbreviation, always make sure that first letter or the first letter of the word should be in capital. Now CGST, C, Central Goods Service Tax, Central Goods and Service Tax. CGST should be in capital. Okay, so this is how you will write the abbreviation, and while writing the abbreviation, no spelling mistakes, nothing. It has to be proper, so then only you can get 1 marks. Next, 13th question, name any one type of cash book. There are many types of cash book like simple cash book or single column cash book, double column cash book, triple column cash book, petty cash book. So they have asked name any one type of cash book. So here I have given petty cash book. Next one, state any one type of reserves. So you have general reserve, specific reserve. So you can write any one type of reserve for 1 mark. Next, 15th question, give any one example of capital receipt. Capital receipt means what? So where you will get the amount in bulk. Okay, so that is known as capital receipt. So your answer is amount received from sale of building. So when you say sell a fixed asset, so whatever the amount you will get, that is called as what? Capital receipt. Next, 16th question, balance sheet is an account. So state true or false. So what would be your answer? It is false. Balance sheet is what? Balance sheet is a statement. It is not an account. So your answer is false. So hope you are clear with all the 20 questions and compulsory question where you can get easily 20 marks. But you have to be careful with each and every bit of your syllabus. Now coming to your fifth main, that is your section B. Answer any 3 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. Now this is 2 marks question under section B, where they'll give you 5 questions, out of which you are going to answer only 3. Now let us see in your model question paper what are the 5 questions they have asked here. 17th question, define accounting. Of course, many of the students would be knowing the definition of accounting. So when they ask specifically define accounting, make sure that you will write exact how they have defined. No changing of sentence, no changing of word, no writing on your own words. It should be exact how it has given. Now, according to American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, AICPA, accounting is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the results thereof. This would be the best definition for accounting. So go through the definition and learn properly, where you are not going to leave any of the word in between. Okay, so where you can get 2 marks easily when you learn this definition. Next, 18th question, state any 2 accounting concepts. There are many accounting concepts. They have particularly asked you have to mention only 2. So you can write any 2. So we have business entity concept, money measurement concept, going concern concept, dual aspect concept, accrual concept. So there are many accounting concepts they have specifically asked. So I have written business entity concept and money measurement concept for 2 marks. Next question. What is bank overdraft? They have asked this is from bank reconciliation statement, or you might get a question, what is bank reconciliation statement? Now from the same chapter they have asked what is bank overdraft. So it is a situation where cash withdrawn from the bank is more than amount is deposited. So whatever the amount what you have deposited, if you withdraw more than that, it is called as what? Bank overdraft. It results in a negative account balance and considered as liability of the business. Okay, so hope you are clear about bank overdraft. When you are going to withdraw more than what is there in your account, it is called as bank overdraft, and it is a liability because you have to return it back in the future. So it is a liability. Next question, state any 2 examples of this current asset. So we have fixed asset and current assets. So hope you remember what is the difference between fixed asset and current assets. So they have particularly asked, give 2 examples of current assets. So you can write cash in hand, bills receivable, your bank, debtors, all these are current assets. So this is your 20th question. Now coming to your 21st question, give the journal entry for the following adjustments. So they have given a situation here where you have to record the journal entry. So outstanding salary rupees 3,500. So what is the entry for outstanding salary? Journal entry, that is salary account data to outstanding salary account. So this will be the journal entry. When they ask the journal entry, you have to show in a format. So that would be better if you show in a format, that is date, particulars, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees. So what is the entry for salary outstanding? Salary account data to outstanding salary account, narration being salary outstanding. So hope you are clear. In today's session we have discussed all your section A as well as section B. So under section A there were 20 questions which was a compulsory question of 1 mark, and under section B there was 5 questions where you have to answer 3 which carries 2 marks. Okay, so in my next session I am going to discuss about section C, that is 6 marks questions. So we shall see what are the questions they have asked in your model question paper and what is the answer for that. So my dear students, hope you have understood today's session. See you all in my next session with a new topic. Till then, take care. Thank you.